Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. My name is Natasha and I'm the assistant for Edward Charles. Okay, I got a big smile on my face, people, because I feel so good whenever I deliver these jobs opportunities to you guys. I know people are desperate, and these times we call these times desperate times. I know people are in need of jobs, because without a job our lives is like, it's like living is impossible, almost impossible. So whenever I get to deliver these jobs to you people, I feel so good. And whenever you guys don't, I know all cannot be served at once. That's for sure. Everyone cannot be served all at once, and I feel so bad when I can't help you guys all at once. Whenever I see you commenting saying, oh, you did want this job and you didn't get through, I feel so bad. I really do, people. But please don't be discouraged. There are jobs, there are tons of jobs here. You just have to keep listening and keep trying your best. I am here doing my best for you people also. Okay, so first I'm gonna start off by saying the account information. I'm not the person responsible for giving out the account information, so people, whenever you do email, please ask in your email for the account information, and that will be given to you. Okay, whenever you are ready to register, you email us, you send us your email and let us know that you're ready to register and you'd like to get the account information. People, sometimes you guys have been commenting, say you've been asking for it and you did not get it. Well, sometimes you guys say you just sent an email and there'd be like 100 emails behind the others, so it's hard. It's really hard for us here to keep track of all you people. It's really hard, I'm telling you, but don't give up. Okay, people, do not give up, because once you give up, you do not stand a chance. You do not stand a chance once you have given up. So please, when you do email us, you just ask for the information, and all will not receive it at once, but you will receive it. I am not responsible for the account again, people, so I can't give out that information. Okay, so I will be starting off with a housekeeping aid job. People, do, before I go any further, do remember to subscribe and do hit the notification bell if you are interested in these jobs, in this program here, because if you do not subscribe and you miss most of my postings, I will be sad. I will be truly sad to know that an opportunity missed you that could have been for you. Okay, so remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also you can like and share with others around the world so that they too can be a part of these opportunities. Okay, so back to the video. So this is a housekeeping aid job. Let me see where it's at. Oh, housekeeping aid, yeah. The ones chosen to be employed will be required to start as soon as possible. So people, as soon as you register, you send us your CV, your curriculum vitae, and your resume. Okay, as soon as you're registered, you will send that to us. And people, make sure you do have a valid passport, your TRN, your NIS, and your birth certificate. Your birth certificate. Okay, so the vacancies are referred to that of permanent employment and a full-time job, and the position is housekeeping aid. Okay, it's $16 hourly for 30 hours per week. So you work 30 hours per week for $16. And that's very good, people. That's very good. The job is permanent, full-time. The location is in Ontario, Canada. This one is in Canada. This job is in Canada. Okay, so first I'm going to be giving you the job description, and second the requirements for this job, and thirdly how to apply. And people, please do not skip the video, please, to listen, because if you don't listen, then you will be missing out on information that is important to you if you are interested. Okay, so the job description now. The candidate will be needed to vacuum upholstered furniture. The candidate will be needed to stock linen closet. The candidate will be needed to pick up debris. The candidate will be needed to empty the trash containers. The candidate will be needed to dust furniture. The candidate will be needed to distribute clean towels. The candidate will be needed to distribute toiletries. The candidate will be needed to wash windows. The candidate will be needed to wash walls. The candidate will be needed to wash ceilings. The candidate will be needed to vacuum carpeting areas. The candidate will be needed to wash. The candidate will be needed to polish floors. The candidate will be needed to clean kitchen and bathroom fixtures and appliances. The candidate will be needed to disinfect kitchen and bathroom fixtures and appliances. The candidate will be needed to polish kitchen and bathroom fixtures and appliances. The candidate will be needed to vacuum area rugs. The candidate will be needed to vacuum draperies. The candidate will be needed to make beds. The candidate will be needed to change sheets. The candidate will be needed to clean showers. The candidate will be needed to sweep floors. The candidate will be needed to mop. The candidate will be needed to work in private residence. Staff accommodation will be provided to the candidates. Okay, people, a lot of you who's listening right now may be thinking, oh, this sounds like a lot of job, but remember, you'll not be doing all that at once. So it may sound a lot, but those are just a part of your job description. Okay, so for the requirements for these jobs, for this job, I'm sorry, not these, but for this job, the requirement is you don't need no degree. Okay, you don't need certificate or diploma is not required for the candidate to apply for this job. Okay, again, a certificate or diploma is not required for you guys to apply for this job. Okay, so the candidate does not require any prior experience in the concerned field for applying to this job. So again, you does not require any experience, because you will be given a little training, not anything big, because as I said, the job is not hard. So the candidate will be trained. Okay, you will be trained. Public transportation is available for the candidates to use. The candidate should be able to handle repetitive tasks. The task will be physically demanding, and hence the candidate should be comfortable with it. So you're not going to get anything to do that you're not comfortable with. If you're not comfortable with what you're doing, they won't give that task to you. The candidate should pay attention to details. So make sure you pay, just like I'm speaking now, make sure you're giving me your full attention. Okay, people? The candidate should be dependable and reliable. The candidates should be given importance to values and ethics. The candidate should be able to work in the employer's or the client's home. The staff accommodation will be available for the candidate's benefit. Relocation cost of the employer will be covered by the candidates. So they're saying if you'd like to relocate, the cost will be on you. So for example, you'd like to go to another state, that's on you. Okay, so the work will involve a lot of bending, crouching, kneeling, and hence the candidate should be comfortable with it. The candidate should be reliable. The candidate should be flexible. The candidate should be focused on clients. The candidate should know English. Okay? So that is the requirements for the candidates. Okay, so for now, how you want to know how to apply, I've already given the details to that in the video before this, where I tell you you should have your birth certificate, your passport, your TRN, your NIS, and all that should be valid. And like I said, your resume and your CV. If you're interested in applying, okay people, if you're interested for this. Okay, so for number 2 people, this job also is in Canada, and it's kind of like the first one, but this one is housekeeping attendant. Okay, so we're inviting applicants from suitable candidates for this position of housekeeping attendant or self-motivated and have good interpersonal skills. The candidate who gets selected, like the first job, will be required to start working as soon as possible. The vacancies refer to permanent employment or full-time job. The shift timing includes day, evening, night, weekend shift, early morning, and morning. So the employer name, the Coast Fraser Inn. Okay, so the position is housekeeping attendant. Number of vacancies for this job, they need 18 people. The salary is $15.65 per hour for 40 hours per week. And as I've stated before, the employment type is permanent employment and full-time. And the location also is in Canada. So now I'm going to give you the job description, the job requirements, and you already know how to apply. Okay, so the candidate will be expected to sweep, mop, wash, and polish floors. The candidate will be expected to dust furniture. The candidate will be expected to vacuum, carpeting area, rugs, draperies, and upholstered furniture. The candidate will be expected to make beds and change sheets. The candidate must distribute clean towels and toiletries. The candidate will be expected to clean, disinfect, and polish kitchen and bathroom fixtures and appliances. The candidate must respond to guest requests for extra supplies or other items. The candidate will be responsible for picking up debris and emptying trash cans. Okay, so that is for the job description. And now for the job requirements. The candidate should be fluent in English language. So make sure that you can speak English very good, people. There are no standard education requirements such as a bachelor's degree, a certificate or a diploma. You don't need none of that, okay? The training will be provided to the selected candidate. So if you are selected, you will be trained also. So you don't need any experience. The candidate should be a good team player. So make sure that you know to communicate, follow instruction, and work in order and work in groups. Okay? And I go there and say, "Me nah go do this, me nah go." No, you can learn to, cooperate, be a part of a team. So, okay, so you already know how to apply, as I've stated, right? People already know how to apply. You email us here, pretty and fat, your TRN, your NIS, your birth certificate, your passport. All these must be valid and an up-to-date CV and a resume. Okay, so now it's you. Okay, so for number 3 now, people. Number 3, this one is a little different. This one is a meat packager, and it's also in Canada, but it's kind of the same but different. Okay, people, so I'm inviting applicants from suitable candidates for the position of meat packager who are self-motivated and have good interpersonal skills. The candidate who gets selected will be required to start working as soon as possible, just like the other 2. The vacancies refer to permanent employment or full-time job. The shift timing includes day, evening, shift, and morning. Okay, so this is in South Seas Enterprise Limited. This is the name of the company, South Seas Enterprise, and the position is meat packager, and for this we need 5 persons. Okay, for the meat packager we need only 5 persons. The salary is $17 hourly for 40 hours per week. Employment type, permanent employment and full-time. The location is in Canada. Like I said, most of these jobs today will be in Canada. Okay, so first I'm going to give you the job description and then the job requirements and additional information. Okay, so the job description: the candidate must transport raw materials, finished goods, and packaging materials. The candidate must measure and dump ingredients into the uppers of mixing and grinding machines. The candidate will be required to feed flattened boxes into forming machines in order to construct containers. The candidate must remove filled containers from conveyors. The candidate will be required to manually pack goods into bags, boxes, or other containers. The candidate will be responsible for feeding and uploading processing machines. The candidate must inspect products and packaging for basic quality defects. The candidate will be expected to clean machines and surrounding work areas. Job requirements. Okay, so now to the job requirements. The candidate should be fluent in English language. Like I said, you should be able to speak English properly. There are no standard education requirements such as bachelor's degree or a certificate or a diploma. You don't need any of that. Okay, the ideal candidate will have at least 7 months to less than 1 year of experience in a related industry. So if you have 7 months, you have a little experience, that would be great. The candidate should be reliable. The candidate should be a good team player. Okay, so the work site environment. Now, the candidate must work in an environment with a high concentration of odors. Work setting. The candidate will be required to work in a meat processing and or packing plant establishment. Okay, so for the additional information now, work conditions and physical capabilities. The candidate should be required to perform repetitive tasks on a frequent basis. The candidate must have excellent hand-eye coordination. The candidate must be willing to work in a standing position for extended period of time. The candidate must be willing to work long hours in bending, crouching, and kneeling positions. The candidate should be able to work in fast-paced, busy environment. The candidate should be required to handle heavy loads as part of routine work. The candidate should be prepared to perform physical demanding tasks as part of their daily work. The candidate should must be willing to work under pressure. So you people already know how to apply, and this one is kind of pressuring, so I would suggest this mainly for males. But if you're a female and you know you can manage, I think you can take it on, then as I said before, nothing beats a trial than a failure. Yeah, if you don't try, then you'll never know. You have to try. Okay, people? Okay, so to number 4 now, people. Okay, so this one is a farm job. Okay, it's a fruit farm. It's not the farmer program, it's a private farm. Okay, and this also is in Canada. The salary is $15.65 hourly for 50 to 60 hours per week. The employment type, it's also seasonal employment and full-time. And as I said, it's in Canada also. So this one is a laborer fruit farming. So I'm inviting applications from suitable candidates for the position of laborer fruit farming who are self-motivated and have good interpersonal skills. The candidates who got selected will be required to start working as soon as possible. The vacancies refer to seasonal employment or full-time job. The shift timings include day, weekend, early morning, and morning. Like I said again, the shift timing includes day, weekend, early morning, and mornings only. So I'm going to give you the job description first, and then the requirements for this job. Okay, so the job description is the candidate will be expected to maintain and manage vine growth, vine canopy, and grapes. The candidate will be expected to plant, cultivate, and irrigate crops. The candidate will be in charge of weeding. The candidate will be required to fertilize and spray crops. The candidates will be in charge of harvesting crops. So that is it for the description. Now for the job requirements. The candidate should be fluent in English language. There are no standard education requirements such as bachelor's degree, a certificate, or a diploma. Candidates having experience is an asset. Yeah, if you have a little experience, that would be great, but you don't have to have any. Okay, people? The candidate must be flexible. The candidate should be a good team player. Okay, so that is it for the job requirements. And now for the worksite environment, the type of farm operation is other miscellaneous crop type. Okay, it's a miscellaneous crop farming type. So the candidate will be required to work long hours in an outdoor environment. The candidate must be able to work on water. So make sure you can work in a water and on water. The candidate must be able to work in wet or damp, dusty, and hot conditions. The work site environment is noisy, and the candidate must be able to work with complete concentration even in such conditions. Experience and specialization types of crops. The crop is field berries. Okay, field berries, yeah. So the additional information now, the candidate should be able to work in fast-paced, busy environment. The candidate should be willing to work under pressure. The candidate must finish the work within the given timeline. The candidate should be required to perform repetitive tasks on a frequent basis. The candidate should be required to handle heavy loads as part of routine work. The candidate should be prepared to perform physical demanding tasks as part of their daily work. The candidate should have an eye for details. The The candidate must have excellent hand-eye coordination. The candidate must be willing to work in a standing position for an extended period of time. The candidate must be willing to walk for long periods of time. The candidate must be willing to work long hours in bending, crouching, and kneeling positions. The benefits for this is, yes, this one come with benefits. So the benefit is health and other benefits will be provided to the selected candidate. Under the health benefits, the selected candidate will receive health care plan. In addition to the health benefits mentioned above, the selected candidate will receive on-site housing options and free parking. Okay? So you will get to decide where you would rather to sleep or live, just call it that, and also free parking if you're going to be driving. Yeah, so you already know how to apply, everyone. You email us at Pretty and Fat, and you make sure you have a valid passport, TRN, NIS, birth certificate, an up-to-date CV, and a resume. Okay, so I'm gonna give one more for today. I think that is enough for today. I'm just gonna add one more. Okay, guys. So this one is about childcare. Okay, this one is childcare and youth worker. So I'm inviting applications from suitable candidates for the position of child and youth worker who are self-motivated and have good interpersonal skills. The candidates who got selected will be required to start work as soon as possible. The vacancies refer to term or contract or part-time. The shift timing is including day, evening, and weekend. Okay, so it's child care and youth worker. The vacancies, we need 10 people for this job. The salary is $30 to $50 hourly for 1 to 24 hours per week. So one person, yes. Okay, so the employment type is term or contract, part-time. Okay, and it's in Toronto, Canada. Okay, so first I'm going to go to the description, the job description, as with the other videos. So the job description, the candidate will be expected to gather information and write reports or case studies. The candidate will be in charge of administrative and office tasks. The candidate must assess the client's relevant skills, strengths, and development needs. The candidate will be responsible for developing, coordinating, and implementing specific community services. The candidate will be expected to resolve conflict situations. The candidate will be required to implement behavior management programs. The candidate must keep program statistics for evaluation, and research purposes. The candidate will be expected to assist in determining the effectiveness of treatment and programs. The candidate must assist clients or guests with special needs. The candidate must accompany clients to appointments and social outings. So the requirement for the job now, people, the candidate should be fluent in English language. The candidate must have a certificate of diploma from 1 to 2-year college or other non-university program. The ideal candidate will have at least 7 months to less than 1 year of experience in a related industry. The candidate must have a non-violent crisis intervention certificate as well as a CPR certificate. The candidate must be able to handle weight up to 9 kg or just say 20 pounds. The candidate should be client focused. The candidate should have effective interpersonal skills. The candidate should have excellent oral and written communication skills. The candidate must be flexible. The candidate must be capable of acting on their own initiative. The candidate should have good judgmental skills. The candidate should be a good team player. Okay, so worksite environment. Now, the working environment includes engaging with programs dealing with autism spectrum disorder. So the work setting, the candidate will be required to work in an urban area. The candidate will be required to work in a social service or charity organization. Additional information, security and safety. The candidate should undergo a thorough criminal background check as well as a medical exam. Work conditions and physical capabilities. The candidate should be able to work in fast-paced, busy environments. The candidate should be willing to work under pressure. The candidate should be prepared to perform physical demanding tasks as part of their daily work. And people already know how to apply, and that is it for today. So I know these jobs is not gonna go for everyone, but I hope that I help a few today in finding something suitable for them, something to put food in their pocket, something to make them smile and say, yes, I did a hard day job today, and it's an honest paying job, and I'm collecting my check or my cash at the end of the week. Yeah, they all pay every fortnight. I forgot to add that these jobs you collect fortnightly. Okay, people, so that is it for today. And please, people, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit the notification bell, make sure to like, make sure no go comments. I not go tell you for comment, but make sure so no put you no likes and no share the video to other people so that they can be a part of these opportunities, because maybe it not go for who know, but it go for other people as well, because a lot of people out there were qualified and for these jobs, and some are just not for these jobs. So just be good until I'm back again with another video. I'll be cooking up some more jobs for you guys. There's a lot, so I'm trying to find jobs. If people, before I go, please, why don't you put in the comment section the type of jobs that you would like for me to post, because I don't want to just be posting jobs that I think would be suitable for these people, for you guys. I want you guys to tell me your type of jobs, and I will, if they're available, I will put them out in the public for you guys. Okay? And people, let me know if you're interested in getting jobs here in Jamaica as well, because we have jobs for Jamaicans that is in Jamaica also. Okay? So that is it, guys. Stay blessed, and I'm out. Love you all. Bye.